I was like, I hate, no offense, I hate blondes. I hate this. I hate that. F this. I bang that. Sorry, Roger.
Hey guys, it's Kirbie. Welcome back to Pretty Unfiltered. Today's guest is Jenni Farley, or as we know her, JWoww. JWoww.
Oh, I thank you.
I feel so matronly over here. I wish I was va-va-voom like you, boo.
Yeah, but you have like the heels on and the beautiful dress. I'm actually in sneakers because I gave up on the lubes after like appointment 1 today.
It's like athleisure sexy over here. I
Yes.
love it. We're gonna be talking, of course, about Jersey Shore and reinventing yourself. You know, it's been so long since the Jersey Shore.
A little bit.
When you got cast on Jersey Shore, did you ever feel like you were pushed to be a certain type of character? Or do you feel like when the cameras were rolling, that was 100% you?
I used to run nightclubs in Long Island, and we had the production or like the casting for Jersey Shore, but it wasn't actually Jersey Shore. It was, I don't know if you remember the show, it was Paris Hilton, my new BFF.
Yep.
And I was bored at the club, and my best friend was there, so I filled out the document, and I was literally me. I was like, I hate, no offense, I hate blondes. I hate this. I hate that. F this. I bang that. Sorry, Roger. Literally, they call me up and they're like, you're great for Paris Hilton, but we have like this Jersey voting off Guido show on VH1 that we'd love to do. You're like perfect for it. I'm like, F Guidos, F this. Like, I'll own all of them. So yeah, I kind of was that person. And then like 2 years went by and I finally got casted for Jersey Shore.
So it took a minute.
It took a minute, like VH1 wanted it, sent it to MTV. I had the name JWoww. I was JWoww before the show.
That's amazing.
I was insane.
But like you were also like very young at that time too.
Oh yeah, I was young. And
Everyone does crazy stuff.
Literally insane. Like I look back at my life and I'm like, how did your dad not whoop your butt?
Yeah.
And my dad's like, you were telling me you were 23 and grown and you could do whatever you want. And I was like, oh God.
When you saw the first episode of Jersey Shore, were you fearful of anything, or were you like, oh crap?
That was another thing. So I will never forget, we got a call from a producer randomly that says, we're gonna air the first commercial during the, I think at the VMAs.
Okay. Whoa, yeah, that's major.
All of us had these huge viewing parties at our houses. And like we were so excited because we all kept in touch to see the commercial.
Didn't air?
Didn't air.
That's heartbreaking.
So I like cried. I was mortified. I put it on Facebook. I even see the Facebook status memory of being like, my bad, ... Like, and then just randomly cooking in my kitchen one day and hearing my voice on TV. And I was like, oh my God, like you're like, and I saw the commercial and like the fist pumping. I was like, oh my God, it was sweaty and I was hot and I was gross because they didn't have air conditioning at the house. And like the interview room, like no air could be on for sound.
Yep.
And it was like over 115 degrees. I was like, I look gross. Nobody's gonna watch this shit. And then
I mean, everybody watched that shit. Let's get real. So it all worked out in the end.
That's how I found out. Like, and like seeing the first episode, I was just like, oh God, thank God I moved out. Cause
yeah.
But my dad always says, and I love him to death, and I'm glad he admits it. He's like, I was raised in the 70s. He's like, girl, if there was only a camera that followed me.
Yeah,
so,
thank God, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like us with social media as kids. We're like, thank goodness we didn't have to deal with social media when we were in middle school and high school, because it's just like,
thank God, like,
I know, your kids, you're going to have
they're
to like.
screwed.
Yeah.
I was the last generation to get away with
Oh yeah, me too.
Like, I can geotag you on everything. Now your Snapchat, your Facebook, your phone. You ain't going to no rave like I tried to. Well, actually did at 16. You are not going to get pissed drunk and like hit a buffalo at 16. I did that with my car as well. Like, you ain't getting away with because I got you. Yeah, I did that. My first car accident, I actually ran into a buffalo farm and hit a buffalo. I didn't kill him. But like, I called my dad. This is like so hick. I called my dad from like a payphone at the house party that I was at, and I said, Dad, I hit a buffalo. The guy came out with a shotgun, but I'm good. He thought someone was trying to steal his buffalo. He like literally straight up came out like, shh, who's on my farm? And I'm like, I just ran into your buffalo. Like, I'm
this
sorry.
girl.
And he had to pull me out with a tractor trailer.
Oh,
we didn't even have cell phones back then. They're like 911 anyone, literally.
And if you did, they were like this big.
Oh, and they were like connected to your car. I didn't get that.
God. Yeah, me
so yeah,
we're all good.
I was like grounded for a year for that.
Let's talk about the TV show in terms of I feel like seeing yourself on TV or even just digitally sometimes, you can see things that make you feel insecure about yourself. Was there anything that you noticed when you were first on national television that you're like, damn, that really like hurt my self-confidence?
I feel like we were so successful because we were so confident in the fact that we didn't care what people said, but there were like things, I always believe in the butterfly effect. So I never want to change anything because I love who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, girl, your hair season 1. Like, what is going on? You could have fixed that. That wouldn't have affected your life. Could have tweaked that a little bit. There were like things like that, like, what is that outfit? But then I was like, that's what made us in a way. I don't know.
It's why everybody loved you guys.
Yeah, and like even drama with exes and drama with Roger, like it just built my skin to be tougher and to take it. The only thing that I will say today is like when people try and attack parenting or tell me how to raise my kids, mom shaming and things like that. That is like when I like fire back because there's only so much of like that I can accept.
But don't you think too, moms are unfairly judged all the time.
All the time.
Whether they're doing good or not, everybody has an opinion about it. It's kind of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. How did you develop that thick skin when they might have started criticizing your parenting?
There was actually one random article that I saw on Kate Middleton, and I saw the comments underneath, and people were ripping on her. And I just sit back, like, if they're ripping on her and, like, what she does with her kids and how she acts, do I really care if they're ripping on me? And, like, what type of person it takes to write those negative comments. But again, like I said, if I'm having a bad morning and I haven't had my coffee and someone says something about, like, oh, I take your daughter in the bathroom and whoop her butt for acting like that, like, you've seen it on my Instagram. You know it's on.
Yeah.
Like, I will screenshot your comment and make you hate your life by the time I'm done with it. So
She claps back, okay?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
go
yeah.
there. Okay, so tell everybody a little bit about Domesticated and what that is.
It's Jenni and Roger Domesticated. It's literally my husband got this damn show, I swear. I have one with Nicole that's Moms with Attitude, and it's awesome. But I honestly feel like my husband's Instagram and him like posting videos of like before his vasectomy and like out of his vasectomy with selfies with his doctor. He was literally calling my son a pothead earlier and being like, PCA, everyone, pothead's not bad. But my son was taking a fake toy pot and banging his head. But like,
I'm sorry, this is such a fun interview. I'm like dying.
But like, I feel like that, like him being himself and me like allowing him to be himself and not being like, oh my God, take that down. He built such a following that they love watching this show. And like, we just take what we do on his Instagram and transition it to Jenni and Roger.
What's the hardest part about being a mom, Jenni?
So I love my kids unconditionally. Like, in fact, like I am obsessed with them. And that's the best part. But the worst part is when those little don't actually listen to their mom that is obsessed with them and loves them. Like, Milani, I love you. Can you just listen to me? No, mommy. Can you just go potty on the toilet? No. Can you just clean up your fork? No, mommy do. And it's literally, like she fights me on everything. And I'm like, that's the hardest part because I'm literally looking at myself through a 3-year-old eyes. And I'm looking at, like, she is me to a T. And she doesn't listen to me. So I'm like, oh, and my dad just sits there laughing like, oh man.
I was gonna say.
And I'm like, oh, I must be, whatever. My dad, literally every awestruck video, he's just peeing himself because he's like, oh, now you know what I had to deal with in the 80s.
So what's one piece of advice that you would have for maybe another woman or even man our age who's looking to change how they're perceived by other people? Because you've done a really good job at rebranding yourself.
I feel like if you change yourself and you're comfortable with yourself and you doing the best that you can at rebranding or whatever, who cares if you're perceived any other way? Because I don't care if people still look at me from Jenni from the Jersey Shore, because I'm not. It's your fault as a person not to find out who I am now. And I was never a bad person on the show. I was just wild and crazy. So anyone that's trying to rebrand themselves, own it. Own your past. But also own the fact that people, especially haters, are always gonna bring you back to that moment in time that you might have screwed up in life. But as long as you're comfortable with yourself, it'll never matter like how you're perceived in someone else's eyes.
That is great advice, Jenni.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, so Jenni and Roger Domesticated on Awestruck every week.
Mondays at 3 p.m.
Make sure that you go check that out every week. Jenni, where can we find you online?
We are actually on Go 90, me and Nicole. We're on the Awestruck channel on YouTube, and it's called Jenni and Roger Domesticated.
Lovely.
I'm all over the internet now.
We're gonna link to everything that you need to see though below. Guys, let me know your favorite part of this interview with Jenni. Let me know who else you want to see on the next episode of Pretty Unfiltered. Just hit me up. I'm at Kirbie Johnson on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll see you next time.
We have to do this again soon.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Please. Can we have her back for beauty tutorials? I literally, like,
That would be awful,
you are
but
my
it'd be
new
funny.
favorite person.
Oh.
I was dying laughing the entire time. You're so
Oh, thank
unbelievably
you.
funny and very, very, your advice is really good. I'm just gonna throw that out
thanks.
there. Can we get a round of applause? Hello. Yay. All right, bye guys.
Bye.